بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is today the day of travel. We have been traveling for almost 2 months now since we left our home in Trinidad on the 23rd of April. And we have spent some time in Britain, some time in Morocco, some time in Andalusia in Spain. And I made 2 private visits to Brussels. And now we are about to travel later today, to Malaysia. But before we travel to Malaysia, I want to make this very important announcement. And that is that in a few days from now, the Hajj is supposed to take place. And Allah speaks in the Quran. And we have no excuse for not knowing what Allah said in the Quran. The language is plain and clear. بَعْدَ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْأَهِلَّةِ. And they question thee, O Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, about the hilal. The hilal is the crescent moon. The crescent moon which is seen with the naked eyes. That is hilal. If I am wrong, kindly correct me. The hilal is the crescent moon which heralds the beginning, the new moon, the beginning of a month with Allah. A month with Allah is different from a month with Dajjal. Dajjal manufactures a month, but Allah gives us a month which is a natural month according to Allah's creation. It commences with a new moon and it ends with the next new moon. That is a month with Allah. So he says in the Quran, when they question thee about the hilal, وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْأَهِلَّةِ, and he says to them, هِيَ مَوَاقِيتُ لِلنَّاسِ وَالْحَجِّ, that the hilal is there for the purpose of measuring time, of counting time, counting the years, and for determining the Hajj. And so the day of Hajj is determined based upon the crescent moon. And the crescent moon has to be seen with the naked eye. When the day of Jum'ah ended, last Jum'ah, then we looked in the sky because that was the 29th day of Zul Qa'dah. And the moon was seen at the end of the 29th day. The moon was seen in Britain and in many other places. And so the next day, Yawmus Sabt, Saturday, was the first day of Zul Hijjah. But no, said the Saudis who are monstrously betraying truth in the Quran. And it is time for the scholars of Islam to stand up and declare that this is a monstrous betrayal of truth in the Quran. That they have declared that no, a new moon is not born when it is seen as a crescent moon. Not at all, said the Saudi. A new moon is born when there is scientific evidence that the moon is born. Meaning, a baby is born once there is evidence that conception has taken place. A baby is not born when the baby leaves the mother's womb. That is the Saudis' monstrous betrayal of truth. But we say no, a baby is born when the baby is delivered from the mother's womb. Then the baby is born. Although there is evidence that the baby is alive for 9 months inside the mother's body, we do not say that the baby is born. But no, says the Saudi, the baby is already born, even though the baby has not as yet been delivered. So once there is scientific evidence that the moon has been born, for the Saudi, that is the beginning of the month. And the Saudis have been getting away with this monstrous betrayal of truth. The Hajj is taking place on the wrong day, in violation, in conflict with Allah's guidance in the Quran. And so we say that this Hajj is an invalid Hajj. That is the legal terminology. But the better terminology is that this is a bogus Hajj. And it is time for Islamic scholarship to come forward and declare that this Hajj is a bogus Hajj. It does not qualify as the Hajj. The true Hajj is determined by the Quran, and the Quran has declared that the crescent moon is to be used for determining the Hajj, and the Saudis are no longer doing that. It is time for our people to stand up and declare so, but they will only do that when the scholars of Islam do that. And when the people all stand up and declare this is a bogus Hajj, then the governments which rule over us, but they're not comprised of our people. Our governments are all serving our enemies. These governments will be forced then to respond to the cry of the people that this is a bogus Hajj. So this video is meant to try to prod and wake up the scholars of Islam, not all, because there are scholars who are standing up the way I am standing up. We are a few in number, but there'll be others, inshallah, who after this video will be forced to now stand up, because our people will be demanding to declare that this Hajj is now an invalid Hajj and a bogus Hajj. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.